Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back if this is your return trip. My name is April and I wanted to set up a layout very similar that I did for April. I want to do it again for May. It worked really well for me, so I wanted to walk through the process once again. The first thing I'm going to do, I did go through here with my pencil and mark the pages that I don't need. So one of the first things you need to do, because this is a Dutch door style, is figure out how many weeks are in the month that you're planning. And for the month of May, I'm going to do the full 5 weeks, even though the first week of May is split between April and May. We're going to make it work. I actually have a couple ideas for that. So I went through and I counted week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then week 5. And I counted twice because originally I stopped here and I was like, nope, that is incorrect. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my notebook over and you can see how this is X'd out. So I am going to cut this sheet of paper . And you're like, hold on, how do you know where to cut? Good question. So I counted down 15. Each row will have 3 columns. So that's how I knew what I needed to cut. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to tear this off. And then I am going to fold this over. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to count down. Well, I really could have. It's just right below here, and I know this. So it's this one right here. And I'm just going to cut this one. And there is an absolute full tutorial on how to do this on my channel. I will do my very best to remember to link it down below so that you can go in and find that, and it shows you exactly how to count everything off so that you are exact in your measurements. The one thing that I really like about this layout is I can see the month throughout every day or all of the weeks. So I always see what's happening in my month when I'm looking at the weekly view. And I really like that. I really like that a lot. I'm going to cough. Pardon me. Does this have to be perfect? No, absolutely not. But this should give us our 5 weeks. So I'm going to set these aside. And then what I'm going to do is I have already pre-measured 1.5 inches for these columns. So I'm going to grab, do I want to do pencil or pen? Probably pen. So I'm going to grab my Ink Joy Papermate gel pen. It's a 07. And I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to draw that line down. And again. I want to make sure these are straight-ish. Another thing that I've really enjoyed by using this layout is that everything stays lined up from the month to the day of the week, and I'm really enjoying that. It's very organized and super easy to stay organized. So let's go ahead. I'm going to flip this back over here, and I've got that one, that one, Again, these do not have to be perfect. If you get a little off in your lines, that is completely fine. Will not be the absolute end of the world. Now, I'm going to flip this over and I am going to continue to line out the weeks, and I'm just going to line them up with the above template. This one's a little trickier. Got it though. And then it doesn't take too terribly long to set up the whole month, but it is a little bit more time consuming if you're not already accustomed to setting up layouts. I will tell you, for my cost of time versus the cost of a, planner, for me, it is worth doing, the 20 minutes or 15 minutes that it takes me to measure it out and get it down as a layout. And if you watch my other channel, I have ample professional planners. Like I have used the Hobonichi Cousin, I've used the Hobonichi Weeks, I've used Erin Condren, I've used Plum Paper, I've used Happy Planner, I have used Moxie Life. I mean, I am not at all a stranger to the more expensive pre-built planners. And when I'm looking at what I need for the week, sometimes those planners that are already drawn out and labeled aren't going to necessarily work for exactly what I need it to work for. So having the ability to be flexible and create your layouts in a spiral notebook, number one, absolutely saves quite a bit of money because you don't have to have 9 or 10 planners to be flexible. All you need is a pen and a ruler and possibly some scissors. And you can set up that layout. So if you find that this layout works really well for you and you've really enjoyed it, then sure, if you decide, and this is a lot of times what I do, if you decide that next year for 2026 that you want to be in this brand of planner, you've tried it, you've used it, you know that it sings to you and it works for your scheduling, it works for your plans. And then it is so much easier to climb into that planner knowing you have already set yourself up for success. Like you've already done the hard work of figuring out whether or not the planner is going to work for you. So I think that in itself is super important too, is understanding you can do these layouts and you can do them for a couple of months and see if that planner style is going to work for you. And if it does, you're good to go. Like, that's exactly where I want to be next year, or, April start or school year end. You've tried it and you know that all of your events and all of your priorities fit into that type of layout, which is awesome. And I think I made the same mistake I did last month. No, not yet. Meaning I don't have to make that mistake. That was kind of funny. This last column here is actually not part of the monthly. So I am going to leave that as just a running open box. It's kind of oh shoot, except for I just went all the way over because I was chatting and not thinking. Think of it like a menu or a sidebar where you can do whatever you want in this, and it has nothing to do with the week or the month, I mean. I'm gonna draw this last one in there. And then, oops, sorry about that clutter. Clink noise. I'm gonna go back in here. I do need to put the lid on this. Put the lid on it. We don't need an open-ended upper box. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here, and this is gonna be Monday. So I'm going to do a Monday start. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then let me see when the month starts, because I do this all the time where I assume I remember and then I don't and I get it wrong. And so we're going to start on Thursday, correct? Yes. And we're going to end on Sunday, and there's 31 days, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So let's start on Thursday. I'm going to do number 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, and it ends on a Saturday, right? That is correct. It always throws me off because my phone is a Sunday, Sunday start, and all of my calendars are Monday start. So then I'm like, what is this? So then we can start by marking off different things. So I know for sure that Wes is going to be in Canada and he is going to be gone through the 11th. I think because there's more moisture in the air right now, my desk is getting more and more creaky. Can you hear it? It's slightly annoying, and I apologize for that. All right, let's see what else I have. The 20th. And then I thought the 16th. Let me look at my other. I need to consolidate everything into one, like all of my stuff. So let me grab this really quick and prop it up. No, that is the wrong month. Let's go back to May. Oops, Perthuncle. So the 4th, I have live event, 7 a.m. And then I need to film. Almost says the Pacific Northwest Pen Pal. And then I need to mail washi tape. The 16th, off at 2. One of our grandchildren has a school program. That'll be a lot of fun. And then the 25th, plan with April, live at 9 a.m. And then film Pacific Northwest Pen Pals. And then here is my mom's birthday. Here is Mother's Day. And then do we have any other holidays in May? I'm going to look really quick. May. Maybe. May 26th is Memorial Day. Okay. Oh, I didn't draw those in. Let's do that really quick. I'm like, wait a minute, those don't look like they've been scribbled. They have not. I must have missed them. Somehow or other, I missed those, which is fine. We'll get them drawn in. Okay, perfect. So let's go back to the beginning. So remember what I said about these three columns, because this is April 29th, no, 28th, 29th, and 30th. So May doesn't start till right here. I want to use these columns for decoration. Put something in there that's kind of fun. Have I decided yet what I'm going to do? No, I haven't, but we'll get there. So May 1st is on Thursday. This is where I'm going to start. So I am going to put, do I want to use, I'm trying to think what kind of lettering I want to do for this. Why don't I do just a letter, or sorry, a 1, a 2, I feel like the count, or the Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop, a 1, a 2, a 3, crunch. Okay, and then I'm gonna do meals for the week. I'm just gonna write them down because I'm not sure in which order I'm going to do these. So I have cod tacos, shrimp tacos, birria tacos. You're like, April, aren't you going to get tired of tacos? Absolutely no. The answer to that is always absolutely no. And then we always have extra birria meat. So I am going to do birria enchiladas, which sounds like it is going to be amazing. I've never made them before, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to have Wes make extra corn tortillas and like a dozen extra. And then I'm going to fill them with the birria meat, the cheese, and then roll them up and then put some of, not all, some of the birria sauce on top. And he and I both like the green enchilada sauce rather than the red. So then I will put the red enchilada sauce and then some cheese, throw them in the oven, and I will make Spanish rice for that too. Which honestly, I could just eat Spanish rice in a tortilla every day of the week. Every day of the week. So we've got meals in there. That is perfect. Trying to think what we have going on. So why don't I pull down in here? I'm going to put the weather. Do we have the weather? I bet we do. Let me look up my weather and I can pop that in there. So on the 2nd, which is Tuesday, it's going to be rain. No, not Tuesday, Friday. It's going to be rain and it's going to be a low of 48 and a high of 64. And then Saturday is going to be rain again. Ugh. High or low of 43, high of 51. And then Sunday it's going to be cloudy. And we're looking at 40 and 55. And then what is Wednesday? Wednesday is actually going to be sunshine and 45 and 73. And And then I'll check my phone, make sure I don't have anything in here that I did not write down. No, it looks like everything is good. So I don't have anything to put down on the first from there, nothing to drop down, nothing from the second. The third, I am going to pop in here less leaves. Wes in Canada. So I have 4 meals planned. That should be perfect because then we can do leftovers either Thursday or Friday and then just pick something else to make. So that will be good. I like that. I like that a whole bunch. And then I've also got the Frugal Planner channel live event. And that'll be here on YouTube, and it'll be at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So it's early for me, but I feel like a lot of you are from the Midwest and East Coast, so it works out really, really well. And I am honestly such an early riser that it's completely fine with me. So I am going to put on here pack lunch. And I really liked having chores down here. So I think what I'll do is a double line just to set it off a little bit. So I'll do a line and then another line. And then oh, did you see what I did there? I saw what I did there. I got carried away on my days. Even though I told you I wanted to keep that open, habit is real. Habit is real. Over here, and I'm going to do here and then here. Perfect. So that'll be my chores down below, and then I need to put something up here. Do I want to do it down this side? Maybe I do. It's gonna be May. Sorry. All right, so we've got our month written down there. Perfect. So that takes care of the setup and really what I know what I'm doing for the first part of the week. I do want to maybe, the more I'm looking at this though, I'm wondering if I just want to remove these lines as well and do like a running checklist for the week and then decide like where to put it in the world of planning. I think I like that idea. I'm gonna leave that one. Okay, so I think I like that idea. And then I will get my template, my Erin Condren template that I absolutely adore, and yeah, I will do just a running row or a running column, I guess it is. A running column of check boxes. And then as I get things done, I will just check it off. And I know this seems like a whole bunch of boxes, but this is going to be for like everything I can possibly think of that I need to get done during the week, because I get such a serotonin boost when I am able to check off my things. I absolutely love it. So this will give me a whole bunch of things to check off. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this layout, if you've already tried it, or if this is the first time you've seen it, if you are going to try it. I know I switched it up a little bit with this new thing here because it's April and there's nothing up here. Also, let me know how you feel about it not being decorated. Like, there's no washi tape, there's no markers, there's nothing on here, no stickers. Let me know if you like that look or if it's too minimal for you. I'm going to do it for the month of May. I really like this. I may add some doodle flowers later in just pen. We'll see. But yeah, I was really happy with this layout last month, and I would really like to continue with it this month. So I will meet you down in the comments. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.